Now, what would be your definition of an adult baby?
Someone who can't really cope with adult life and they feel like everyone else needs to take responsibility for their shit.
Okay, I think that lines up pretty well.
Close.
Great description. Oh my god.
Oh god.
Ew.
Wow.
Is that his wife?
I think that might be his I don't know. Let's find out.
That's his adopted parents.
It's special, but it's a special bond between two people.
It's a world boys can play at having mummies.
I think in most wives there is a bit of a mother.
That's his wife.
Whoa.
And baby girls can play at having daddies.
This is my playroom.
So we're just gonna get her changed real fast.
How old are you today? I don't know. Daddy might know.
I
Whoa.
don't think it's something to do with children, and it's paedophiles. We don't want to be with children. We want to be the child.
Derek is an adult.
Wait, okay.
No.
I have a question. Is this like a sexual fetish? Because there's like that whole daddy baby relationship that's very like that exists with women and men.
Baby
I've heard.
relationship.
You've never heard of that? Like
This is a real thing.
yeah, like
I get the whole thing, daddy, but I don't get the whole thing. Oh, baby, you're 5 years old. Like what?
Well, I've never seen it with a man.
He
but
says that it's not pedophilic because it's
Isn't that his wife?
yeah, and
that's
the
what I'm
vice
saying.
versa.
Is
It's a
it
sex thing.
pedophilic if they're having sex in these characters? Then it is pedophilic.
I agree with that. This is one of 4. Can you scroll down? Is there more?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
There's
Oh my
more.
I mean,
God, the whole
you're missing
documentary.
the thing. Is she just about to change him?
I
Yes.
think so, man.
Did he just
well,
shit
as
in
an
his-
adult,
Does he shit in his diaper?
I was about to say, as an adult, if you are shitting in a diaper, that's
Voluntarily,
beyond
we'll say,
gross.
because senior citizens.
Could you imagine your wife
Voluntarily.
wiping your ass with a wet wipe?
Oh,
Like,
Just having
I'm
somebody
sorry.
else wipe your
If there are
ass.
some weird people out there, this is weird.
Cartoon gods.
Joe Biden does.
That's
where's
true.
it? Oh, there it is.
Come on, man.
Succulent Chinese meal. Lots of freaks.
Yeah.
Si, are you boy or girl, baby? I look after good or naughty. Frilly clothes, petticoats,
Fuck.
yeah, and frills. Okay, darling. My favourite type. I love my girl.
Someone fucking shoot her.
What's the size of that bottle?
Maxine and her husband Derek run a nursery, but it's no ordinary children's nursery.
Can you get me some of the nappies out, please?
Oh,
we
yeah.
started an adult baby nursery.
We try to give them everything a normal mummy would do.
She looks
I
weird.
just do
She looks
that
inbred.
scaled up
Yeah.
to a
Well, she
larger
had-
size.
Probably
A
is.
lot of them out there that
Very
missed out on
sweet.
childhoods for various
Kinda
reasons.
almost looks
They
like
just
Mozart.
replaced their old memories with new ones.
Wait, wasn't he
Given the
the?
childhood they missed.
Size.
Yeah.
He was the
What?
baby.
So what? Do they swap? Go down number 3. I want to. I mean, I don't want to watch
I
this.
watch a lot of
This is
horror
the
movies.
weird one for me. This is the
is
weird one
weird.
for me because she almost looks like. Is that his wife?
Yeah.
Yuck. I can see Lyndon being really into this. Oh man. All
That's
right.
nuts.
Oops, sorry.
For a baby girl or a little girl, and she was a little girl. She definitely identified. as
He
a little
looks
girl.
like a
If you
creep.
like take it
Oh,
and
what
think,
the
is this person interested in children? No, absolutely not. Like that's not saying that I'm interested in all. I'm interested in the qualities, those childlike qualities of wonder.
No, I'm sorry.
Needing someone, of being needed. That's what I really get from the relationship.
I mean,
No,
this
even the
is
way
break away from
before.
schools.
This is
dude
totally
needs to go-
that daddy little thing,
He needs to go to psych
Thing.
ward.
for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
totally sexual for him, for sure.
This is a
Yeah.
sex thing. This is a sex thing. Oh, can't you just get throat gonorrhea like a normal person?
Yeah, I know.
Ugh.
There's one more. Can we watch the last one?
Yeah. When this was sent to me, I believe the person that sent this to me thought this was going to be something funny.
No.
Yeah,
It's actually creepy and scary.
I don't know if this channel has the yeesh emoji, but whatever emoji we got that fits, fucking do it.
But it's like that.
Right.
It's like
Get the bricks.
I was gonna say. It's kind of like that. That person that gets home from work and like dresses up like a dog and then like eats his dinner out of like a dog bowl and stuff
So
like
Lyndon, a
that.
furry.
But this is like beyond. This is like beyond that, because this does go into like a pedophile kind of thing. It's wow. I can't believe it.
To put it all over me.
Oh, that's a dude!
and
Dude!
Make me
Oh.
nice and dry. More.
Oh, yuck!
That gets in your eyes. He's not even freaking out.
Put it everywhere. Everywhere I can put it.
It's quite unusual to be a man dressed in a napkin.
He's a baby but knows how to use a phone.
Your face.
It is unusual, but I like it.
Gross.
What I like.
Right here. We got some meme templates right there.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tattoo.
Sorry, I'm a little disturbed.
Yeah,
got ya.
tattoo.
I got you.
Okay.
Fucking weird cunts, man. Holy
Fucking
shit.
weird cunts, man.
Fucking weird cunts.
Jesus.
I don't
That's
even know
a
what
tier
to
3
say.
Pokemon.
For the
That's a-
first time
that's a
ever, I've been
Pokemon
rendered
sim, is it?
speechless.
That's a fucking tier 3 Pokemon sim, man. Holy fuck.
Tier 3, eh?
Wowsies. Joe, what the fuck did I just look at?
Mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Perfectly put.
Whatever happened to like old school fucking, sex kinks? Like, oh, I want to bang the fucking hot lady across the road, some shit like that.
I'll tell you what the issue is. I saw statistics, something like in 1955, the population was like 160 million in the US and 360 something or 330,000 something, whatever. It's like it doubled from 1955 to current day in the US. But the mental health institutions, like people who were put in mental health institutions, went from like quadrupled down. So like the population went up, but the people that were in psychiatric wards went down by fourfold. So all of these people should be put in mental health institutions. Do you think someone who is walking around, an old man with a wig, thinking he's in a dress and saying he's a child, would be walking around in the 1950s without being thrown into a mental institution? Absolutely not.
Well, you remember
Well, it's
it
kind
used
of
to
the
be a
same
show,
thing.
like that show Little Britain. We'd be like, I'm the only gay in the village, that type of shit. Where I'm a lady, it was fucking shit like that.
Well, it's
man.
kind of the same thing with the whole, there's that minor attracted person that they're trying to change it into, and all
you
of
mean
this
a
kind of
pedophile,
thing.
yes.
Yeah, basically.
I believe
like-
that's the Latin term.
These people should be in mental. It's a mental illness.
Mhm.
Like the whole transgender movement. Now, I'm not saying that there's people out there that aren't going through that, but they need help as opposed to it being more affirmed than anything else. And I know this is a dangerous topic to be talking about on YouTube, and I think it's ridiculous that it's a dangerous topic because freedom of speech should just be freedom of speech, and opinions shouldn't actually, if they offend you, well, then they offend you. I'm sorry, but facts don't care about your feelings. My wife is a doctor.
My wife's a
But
doctor.
I just think that what Joe just said is absolutely crazy to think that the population has gone up by how much the population has gone up, and mental illness has come down as much as mental illness has come down. That doesn't equate. It doesn't add up. The statistics don't work out that way. The math doesn't work that way.
Well, also, they've, instead of having, forcing people to go into psych wards where you're like, you're absolutely crazy, you need to be in there. If they don't want to go, they don't have to go. So they're just running around the streets.
They get rid of the psych wards. That was the big thing. We had a huge thing here in the 70s where it was no longer deemed appropriate to send someone who was a mentally criminal thing to a psych ward. They would just send them to a ward in a normal prison. Like the mental health crisis that is going on is self-perpetuating one at the moment, because it's now not only it's your badge of honor, but it's your armor that you can use to protect yourself against any sort of action.
There's this
Well,
in New York City, some dude just died and he had like 40 criminal records, and he was still running around in the streets and everything. Like,
40 criminal records.
I think the way
That's special to New
psychiatrists,
York.
especially back in the day, the way psychiatrists used to treat patients, I guess, there was some pretty bad things that they did. But when you talk about psychology, these people should be seeing psychologists. These people should be talking through their issues, talking through their problems. And even if it doesn't result in it actually being fixed, these people should be known that there's an issue. It should be known that not to like everybody or all of that sort of thing, but these issues need to be attended to. They need to be helped, as opposed to just, oh, you're fine the way you are. You know, it's just, you know, I understand that you feel like you're a cat walking on the Met Gala and you've got to put all the prosthetics or change your face. And then when you're being interviewed, just meow, meow. It's fucking retarded. It's mental illness. That is fucking stupid. These people are broken. These people are sick. And instead of sitting there and affirming it, and then we're getting, you know, oh, we're going to have a trans story time and all of this kind of shit, because that's what the result of affirming those things has become. It is destroying the world. And instead of destroying the world, instead of affirming these things, they should be helped. It makes me sick because, like, I don't have a partner. I don't have kids, but I would like to have kids. But I would hate to bring kids into a world like this.
I say the problem, Rhino, is that you said, you know, that they should see a psychologist, and then instead of getting affirmed, they should get help. The problem is the psychologists are, you know, there's many layers of this problem, but the fact is at this point in society, the psychologists are the ones championing these people. So there is no hope coming. There's no help coming. In fact,
other than Jordan B. Peterson.
Yeah, but he's, you know, like what happens when you speak out?
He's no longer allowed to practice.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It's crazy.
One time I did a deep dive, you know, like when you go on Twitter and then you end up in a terrible place. It happens to me a lot. So I did a deep dive and went down into back at that moment. I had like, I saw an article about or a Twitter like screenshot of somebody who was in the Maps community, and I was like, this actually exists in Twitter. So then I went and found it, and then I found like the ones of like that were still posted at the time on Twitter of psychologists saying that these people needed to be like protected and understood and have a safe space. And I'm like, that's a psychologist. And they are protecting these people. And I'm not saying they have to, you know, throw them in jail, but at least you shouldn't be like, they're a protected member of society that we have to respect and give a safe space to. It's like, no, these people need to be under treatment instead of making them be felt, hey, you're okay. You can fantasize about effing little kids. Like, no, that should be, no, this is wrong. Let's put you in treatment and tell you why this is wrong instead of to me, like that's kind of like doubling down on it and making it worse because in their head, now it's okay.
But see, how does that, like, now that it's being sort of more pushed to be okay, how does that work in the justice system? How does that work if, let's say, somebody was to go out there and grape a 5-year-old or whatever the case may be, do some disgusting act with a minor and they've been affirmed that it's okay to do that? Like, where does the justice system lie with all of that now? How do we enforce the law? How do we enforce this as an actual problem as opposed to it just being, you know, oh, look, it's just, it's okay. It's the way you are. We'll, you know, just try not to think about it. Like, I don't even know how you can affirm that and actually be okay with this at the same time. Like, it's this, the society that we live in is broken.